Hey guys, happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. It is July 1st. We've made it, you guys, to July. I know this year has been totally crazy, but we're here and I'm so glad you're here with me. So if you are joining for the first time, put in the comment box hashtag first timer. If you're a mom, put hashtag mom. So this is all about being a mom and a mompreneur. And so I started this because it was definitely a passion project of mine that I wanted to make sure that those moms who are mompreneurs, and especially for the moms who've been home trying to be a teacher and 9 to 5er, and now you're all in the mix, right? So this is what that's about. If you have not seen me before, my name is Melissa Jakes. I am CEO and founder of Rescue Event Planning, but on this channel, I am all about being a mom and how to run a business and being a mom, right? And so that can get difficult. So invite and share to your audience as I'm about to do the same on my phone so we can get started because I have a beautiful, beautiful guest dear and near to my heart, but she is totally doing. There we go. And let me know if you can hear me in the chat box. For some reason, mic is going out, in and out. Let me see if I can hear myself. Okay, I can. Cool. All right. So let me pull up my notes. All right, you guys. So again, I said I have a special guest, and her name is Krystal Salter, and she is a mompreneur and an ACE certified personal trainer who specializes in weight loss behavior change. Her fitness journey began in August 2012 after having her first child, and since then she has lost nearly 100 pounds. I feel like it's a little bit more than that, Krystal, but I'm going to say nearly through nutrition and exercises. She has launched her own business as a mompreneur, KMonet Fitness, in January 2013 with a personal mission to inspire and empower women to conquer their bodies. That is powerful. Conquer your bodies. And Krystal does not believe in shortcuts and those fad diets that, the celebrities be trying to say, like, yeah, I just had a baby and now I'm down. We don't believe in that, right? She totally believes in embracing the journey, which includes planning for success, shifting your mindset with food and weight training and consistency, accountability, and finding what works best for you and your body. Krystal has helped hundreds, when I mean I've seen it, hundreds of women transform not only their physical body, but mentally through one-on-one training, in-person and online virtual coaching. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Krystal.
Hi. Hi, Melissa. Thank you for having me. Hi, guys.
Hey, yes. So if you guys are joining, definitely put it in the comments that you guys are joining. And we're gonna this topic today that I chose because I'm 38 weeks pregnant with totally being over it. But the journey of running a business while being pregnant. When I first found out I was pregnant, like that was a scary moment. Not only like, oh my gosh, I'm pregnant, but I'm pregnant and I'm a mompreneur. So like how I'm about to balance running events and being pregnant with morning sickness as I get bigger. What am I going to do? And so Krystal, I reached out to her because she's done it and I've seen her do it fabulously. And even post baby, most people think like, how are you going to do it when you're pregnant? Your post pregnancy or postpartum, she's killing it. Like I saw a baby in the gym with her. I was like, oh my gosh, like that is amazing.
I'm glad it looks that way, girl. I'm glad I made it look easy.
Yes. So tell us, one, important thing, as I was getting clients, especially new clients, and seeing how it got closer to my due date.
Yeah.
How did you disclose to your clients? And I know we're in different fields, but still you might have had like that one-on-one phone call. How did you disclose to them that, I'm expecting, so I might be out for a minute?
Yeah. I hear an echo on my end. I'm not sure why. Okay, there we go. So I was very upfront because as you know, I'm in the fitness field and women look to me as an example, and I only work with women. I work exclusively with women. So there's a sense of comfortability there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the moment I got pregnant and it was confirmed, and I was just like, okay, I need to tell my clients. But I felt comfortable doing that because I only work with women, so they can resonate with me. A lot of women were post-pregnancy, that I train, or moms trying to get back in shape. So I was actually thrilled to tell them because I had an opportunity to show them that pregnancy doesn't stop the show.
Mm-hmm.
You can still keep going. You can have a fit and healthy pregnancy. And I can be an example to show, my ladies that that's possible. So I was very upfront, and they were happy for me and very supportive. And they've helped me a lot. So on the days where I was like, oh man, I'm so tired, they were understanding. They were like, so yeah, I was just very upfront. Like, I built a relationship with each one of my clients, and they've all been very supportive. So that's a blessing,
Yeah.
That was such a blessing for me.
I'm going to be honest. I hit it.
Yeah.
I hit it for a minute. And I think because I felt like I wouldn't get the client.
Okay.
If they're like, oh, how are you about to run this event and you're going to be like 9 months? I'm
like
confused.
Your ability. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I hit it for a lot. Even recently, I recently booked somebody and I said, well, in about 2 weeks, I'm kind of due, but your virtual event is going to be fabulous. Okay.
Wait.
They're like, what? It just, I guess it's a fear of like, sometimes people feel like, you're handicapped when you're pregnant.
Yeah.
And I hate that feeling of like, oh no, I don't want to bother you. I don't want to stress you out. No, like this is my business. Like this is my money. It's my income for my family. And so I did have to be honest. I did hide it.
I can say that as I got further along though, and I started to slow down a little bit, because I just remember my husband reminded me today when I was telling him that I was hopping on to do this interview with you. He was like, man, I remember you was 3 months pregnant still doing handstands. Like I was still like just doing crazy stuff.
Right.
My body was used to it. I was doing all that stuff before pregnancy. But once I got a little bit further along and like halfway through my pregnancy and I started to slow down a little bit is when I stopped taking on new clients. And I just nurtured my existing clients. And then if I did have someone who was brand new, who, I really felt inclined to get started, then I have a partner, and I coached up my partner to really help me out. And she's awesome. Like I have no issues with her taking on my clientele.
Yeah.
That was very beautiful.
I think that's definitely key for our moms who are expecting again, who want to expect again, that having your backup person, having your assistant or a partner, however, to like take on when the days that you're like, I just don't even want to get out of bed today.
Yeah.
Type of feeling.
Like complete lifesaver to have a partner.
Yes. Good. So how did you manage your maternity leave while still trying to bring in revenue? Like, how did you do that? I saw baby girl in the gym. And
3 weeks.
You went back in 3 weeks?
I was back in 3 weeks because, so I had my own personal studio at the time. So that was the other blessings. Like everything lined up. I had just gotten out of the gym, the hustle and bustle of like the gym. And I finally had branched out before I even found out I was pregnant. I finally decided that I wanted to have my own personal space. And literally, I spent a few months getting everything together. I was excited. I had a grand opening date. The day before my grand opening, the day I found out I was pregnant. that day before my grand opening, and I was like, oh my, I didn't realize the blessing in disguise at the time. I was like, oh my God, I just opened up a personal studio. I just brought all this equipment. I just invested so much money into a business, and I'm pregnant. And I was really afraid, because I'm like, how am I going to do this? I didn't know, how I was going to make it work at the time. But then it dawned on me, like, okay, you know what? You work with only women, and this is your own personal space. So I had baby girl set up, so while I was out, sorry, back up, while I was out, my partner ran the show for me. She's also ACE certified. As my pregnancy progressed, she was slowly but surely taking over classes for me. So my clients, I was very familiar with her. So I didn't just throw her in, I eased her in. She actually started off as a client of mine, and then, fell in love with fitness, transformed her body. And so she knew me. She knew my style of training. My clients were very, aware of who she was, and they freaking loved her. So I felt comfortable with that. But yeah, only 3 weeks, because I was anxious to kind of get back into the groove. And then I set up a studio, a swing. I set up a swing in a little spot for her. She got like her own little area with her swing. So while I was out to keep bringing revenue in, it was my partner. She ran the show for me. And baby girl had her own space in the studio. So that was the blessing, because had I been in a gym still, I don't know how I would have made it work, because I wouldn't be comfortable with the baby like in an actual gym.
Oh no.
Can you hear me, babe?
Talk, Krystal. I don't think I can hear you.
Can't hear me? No?
Of course. Okay. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. I don't know what happened there. Technology.
I know.
So, all right. And I heard everything you said. Is just I couldn't respond back.
Okay.
So 3 weeks. Talk to me about this 3 weeks, because I know technically, isn't it like 6 weeks to get cleared?
No, it was. But so again, my partner was still running the show. Okay. But I wasn't back full time. I did pop-up visits. I remember I would bring the baby to the studio with me. I would monitor a class, watch over, show face, like, hey guys, amp them up, and then walk out the door. And so I did that for a while until I was fully back. Until I was fully back. So she ran classes. Like I said, I eased her into classes. While I was there, like, hey guys, my partner, Raquel was going to run classes tonight. They're like, okay, cool. They were familiar with her. But yeah, I did pop-ins.
That's good. That is good. That's good to know.
To still connect, with my clients.
Right. That's definitely good to know. I guess doing virtual events now whenever things kind of open up. It's trying to see how I can find that balance of a pop-in. I mean, the benefit is I am home.
Yeah.
That is the benefit. So I don't have to sit there and get baby ready and travel.
Right.
And husband is on vacation from school.
Good.
So that works. That works, definitely. So that's good to know. And for other mompreneurs to know, like, one, either having your partner or your spouse or your fiance, whoever, in a sense, to help. But also, still checking in, because checking in is good. You can't just leave your business by yourself.
Exactly.
Checking in is definitely good.
Exactly.
So how did you, you kind of answered the question too, but how did you balance, and the existing business with the newborn? So like adding the newborn to the schedule, And even past the 6 weeks, now we're getting into your mainly back in now time. How did you manage the balance of that with 2 kids?
Well, one thing is I didn't take clients early in the morning anymore. That was a wrap. That wasn't happening anymore. Like, you know how hard it is to get out the house with 1 kid?
Yeah.
Getting out the house with 2 kids? I mean, if my appointment is at 9 a.m., I at least need to have them up and getting them ready by like 6:30, 7 o'clock.
Wow.
Things like, moms, we know how it goes. The kids don't wake up when they're supposed to. They can't find stuff. Trying to pack up a baby. So that's one thing that definitely changed. It's like I had to reevaluate my schedule, and I didn't want to send her to daycare. That was really important to me, especially early on, because my son went to daycare. Like when I first started my journey, I was still in a 9-to-5. I was a probation and parole officer who had not transitioned into training full time yet. And so he was in daycare all the time, full time. And I missed a lot with him. I remember his childcare provider sending me a video of him walking, and I'm like, or saying, his first words. So there's a lot of stuff that I missed. And because like I said, the blessing, I didn't know it was a blessing in disguise at the time that I had my own space. I was like, she's going to come. I don't want to miss those. I don't want to miss it, So I just was like, okay, I need to reevaluate my schedule, be with my clients, those who I did train early in the morning. Thankfully they understood, because they too are moms. So they know it's not easy to get up and rush out the house. I would every now and again honor that, like that early morning schedule for a client or two. If my husband, I would ask him to watch the baby, but I was still breastfeeding around the clock, and she wouldn't take a bottle. She would not take a pacifier. I breastfed her butt for 2 years straight.
Ooh.
At 24 months is when I cut the cord completely, but she was so attached to me. So it was hard for me to be away from her, but I just reevaluated my schedule really. I remember I wouldn't stay in my studio for more than like 3 hours at a time. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna train from like 10 to 1, and then I'll take a break, and then I may come back in the afternoon. I mean, like around maybe like 4 or 5, and then if I have evening classes or evening clients, then my co-coach will take over from there, because I'm the baby. So and my clients understood. They still got to see me interact, and it wasn't a problem, thankfully.
Yeah, we got to back up, because she wouldn't take the bottle. So I don't think people think about that. They're like, oh yeah, you're going to breastfeed, you can pump, and whether you're doing formula or not, there's some bottles that doesn't work for kids with formula.
Yeah.
That, like, how did you, and I'm just imagining myself running a virtual event and like maybe turn my camera off and try to breastfeed a baby.
Yes, I have a picture. I wish I had it up right now. Let me tell you, I had my breast cover, my breastfeeding cover. And again, I'm just so thankful. It's just the beauty of working with women and having that community, because I have like one of those big exercise balls, and I will sit on, and I will literally breastfeed her while I'm training. Now, mind you, this, like most of my clients, I wasn't taking new clients for a while. So as I got to the middle of my pregnancy, I stopped taking new clients, but I had a pretty good, clientele. So I didn't need to necessarily take on new people because I had people who already filled up my schedule. So they were so understanding and helpful. Because they had been training me for so long, it's like I didn't have to demonstrate certain exercises anymore. They just knew how to do it. I do minor tweaks, but I will remember just literally sitting there on the ball, breastfeeding her with my cover on, bouncing up and down, like, hold on, fix your stance. Okay, yep, perfect. And I mean, it was the best, because I was still able to be a mom and be present and feed her and nurture her and still do my job. And it was inspiring to the women that I was coaching too, because like, girl, you are doing it. I'm like, it can be done.
Yeah. I go back every time to see your little setup with the kids had their little their play. I know that this is when she was a little bit more older, but they had their little play pin mat thing.
Yeah.
He had his, and she had her. I said,
Yep.
this girl is doing it, and it just is
make
so
it work. Oh, thank you. You know, like us moms, we make it work.
Yeah.
We do. We just find a way, some kind of way. Is that mommy intuition? Is just that special mommy magic. We make it work however we can. You know, but supportive people around you definitely is so helpful.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I also want to bring a point because last week we had a mom on as well. She's a lawyer, and you guys said the same thing, and it's the same theme that's going on why moms became mompreneurs.
Yeah.
And I had that same moment of like how you had with baby boy, that I am basically getting home, feeding, bath time, bed, wake up, get you to daycare or school. And for us, it was my mom, but still, you know, my mom doesn't really know how to use a camera too much, so I didn't get too many photos. We had to kind of teach her. So she's like, oh yeah, she did this and she did that. And I was like, great. Thank you. I totally appreciate it, because at least it wasn't daycare, it was mom. But
right.
Still,
you miss so much. And
you're missing so much. And I as she started growing, I said, you know what? I want to be the mom who is on PTA, and I want to go to the field trips.
Exactly.
And I want to do all of that. And so being a mompreneur really allows you and gives you the vessel to do that.
I just wanted to be so present. I just remember like me growing up, I don't really feel like I had that presence of like my parents into everything. And like I said, I missed it with my son, and that's when I really felt it. I was like, oh my God willing, like when I have another kid, I don't want to miss these things. Like, you know, us moms, like those are our babies. Like I want to be able to remember and experience all of that, all the transitions, all the ups and downs. Like I just want to be able to experience that. I don't want to give that up for anything. Like if I can, you know, alter my career in some kind of way that allows me to free up the time to be present, that's important. Like, you know, so, and to finally have that, it's a beautiful thing.
Yes, definitely. So how did you work through either first trimester sickness, if you had it, or tiredness while still coaching?
Luckily, I didn't have any sickness with neither babies. I didn't have any sickness with neither. I would say nausea a little bit, but I did have a few times where I would text my clients like ahead of time if I could. Oh my God, my husband's playing again. I said, sorry, babe.
You're on the roof. They about to get it.
Can you hear that? Men don't get it.
I know.
Okay, so I forgot what I was saying because my husband's going off.
You're saying you had nausea a bit, but not a lot.
Thank you for bringing me back in. I had nausea a bit, but like if I woke up with it, and it was just one. You know, we wake up when we're pregnant, just one of those days, just like I just can't. I would text my clients or call them, and I would ask them to reschedule for either like later in the day or ask if they have any other availability. But most of the time I was feeling pretty good. I felt pretty good. And I always had like, you know, ginger ale with me or crackers or something to kind of soothe me over and just keep it pushing.
You know, with this pregnancy, I feel like I got everything in the book.
Really?
Oh my gosh. I don't know if it's because it's a boy and things are just different. But I mean, I got the nausea. I didn't throw up, but just that nauseous feeling. And I got that with Gabby too.
I was going to ask you, is it a big difference between the two?
Oh, big difference.
Big difference.
I got it with Gabby, and I can take ginger mint, and it'll be fine. Either chew on ginger or take the ginger mint and it goes away.
Yeah.
I've tried ginger mint, ginger ale. I've tried almost everything just to get the nausea away, and nothing would work. Nothing will work. Oh. One thing would work for a bit, and then the next week, all of a sudden, nope, that's not working.
Yeah. Gosh, they tear us up.
Yes, and the tiredness definitely took over. it's times where like I would go in between meetings and I was like, I just need like 30 minutes just to get my energy back up.
And so do you try to manage your schedule where you give yourself breaks throughout the day?
Yeah, definitely now. Like Mondays and Tuesdays were really like my really like go hard day.
Yeah.
Wednesday is more like I still work, but I at least after I drop Gabby off at school, I can come back and be like, okay, I got like good 2-3 hours to just rest and then get back into it. Now with being home with everybody in the house, it's a bit different. But I do like make sure like, man, I've been sitting too long. Let me get up, type of thing. And move around.
And that has been difficult for me to manage, especially since I started online training last year, and now that people can't get out, online training has taken off, which I'm so thankful for. So I'm in a new phase of trying to learn all the online stuff and be present online and things like that. But the kids are home all day.
Yeah,
home all day. They hungry all day, and they just nitpick all day. So I'm sitting here trying to type up stuff, trying to talk to clients, trying to FaceTime people, trying to train folks, trying to write notes, trying to learn everything in the process. And there's like fighting going on behind me, and then like everybody's hungry all day, all the time.
Right.
I feel like it was a little less stressful when the kids were in school and things were normal. Right now, oh my gosh, this is hard. This is hard. I can't sit to focus on one thing for like more than 15 minutes. So my attention is constantly broken. But I find myself staying up later now than normal because I'm like, I just need to get them down. Because you still gotta attend to your business.
Yeah,
I gotta get them down, and so I'll just write plans late at night, or I gotta get up super early. Get things done before they wake up. They need to be asleep, pretty much, for me.
It's almost taking me back to when I started, still at my 9 to 5, and started rescue. And I was doing my master's at the same time. I would wait until Gabby's done, and then be up like late at night, either finishing my papers or working on the business side.
Yeah,
so that's almost like how I reverted back to that scenario with everybody being home. So definitely.
It is definitely
better. Yes. So overall, what advice can you give mompreneurs on like how to handle your business while being pregnant and even post-pregnancy, that whole newborn stage, trying to figure out the schedule? Like what can you tell them, encourage them to do?
If you can get a partner, delegate some work some kind of way. I think the most impactful thing for me was definitely having a partner, because I was able to delegate tasks and things to her, and I trusted her with it, and I knew that it'll get done, and it just helped me. It's like, you need people sometimes to really push you along and to really help you out, because trying to do everything yourself, before her, I was doing everything myself. But then once I got a partner and, she knows me, I get her, she gets me, she knows my style of training. She's a great coach. She's inspiring. She has her own fitness journey. So all of that was very helpful for my business. So if you can, have a partner in your business some kind of way, or if you can delegate some kind of way, I try not to put too many things on my plate in one day, because I end up having too many things to carry over to the next day. So I kind of like I usually pick like 3 things that I'm mainly going to focus on. Like, what are my 3 top things I need to do today? And so I call it like and I actually got this from my business coach. I have a business coach. She's either the top 3 things: you either do it, delegate it, or delete it. It's 3D. You either do them, or you need to delegate them, or you just need to delete it. So don't overwhelm yourself. Set a schedule, and just really, it's just prioritizing your work. I know we want to do 50 million things at one time, but if you can find someone to delegate or partner up with, and someone that you can mentor to help you out, That's the best thing to do. And also, take care of yourself. So self-care is a big thing. I know that when I don't get a chance to work out, I know that when I'm not eating well, which are the things that, part of my lifestyle, when I don't have the opportunity to do those things, I'm off. I feel like I'm off in a lot of different areas of my life when I'm not taking care of myself. So self-care is definitely a big deal, during this time.
Yes, and they're loving it. I'm loving that too. I think you might need to get that on a shirt.
What?
Either do it, delegate it, or delete it.
Yeah, do it,
Yes.
delegate or delete that shit.
Yes.
And I had to learn the hard way because, like, literally, I will sit and I will write so many things down on my to-do list, and by the end of the night, half of it is not done because it's just unrealistic.
Yeah.
Like we set these unrealistic expectations on ourselves, and when we cannot get it done, then we have inner turmoil. And then that carries over into the next day, and then my anxiety starts kicking up. I didn't even know I had anxiety. Like that starts kicking up, and then you just feel like, okay, what do I do? So when I really took that advice and it's like, okay, Krystal, you gotta just prioritize. What are the top 3 things that you need to do today? What can wait till tomorrow? And if I can't do something, but I know that my co-coach or my partner is capable of doing it, I'll send her a text, or I'll talk to her on the phone like, hey, do you mind doing this for me? Yeah, sure, no problem. Yeah, I got you. And I'm like, thank you so much.
Yes.
Or if I can't delegate it, I delete it and I put it on, for another day where it's a part of my top 3.
Right. Right. That's definitely, I have to say, I had to learn the hard way as well. You cannot do it all.
You can't.
You cannot do it all. Especially if you want to grow.
Yeah.
If you want to stay stagnant, sure. But if you're trying to really scale your business and grow it, you can't. You have to delegate stuff out like that. You have to outsource. You can't do it all.
Absolutely. And, invest in yourself, invest in your business. I made an investment in a online fitness business coach who works specifically with coaches to help them build their business. There was so much I didn't know.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't know. You have to invest in yourself and invest in your business and learn. And that's the way you're going to keep growing, as well. So all of that was very, very beneficial for me. And, I definitely needed all of that.
Yes. I already put the link in the chat, but I want you to tell us, one, where everybody's talking about, let's support Black businesses. Let's support Black businesses. Let's really support Black businesses. Okay. And so Krystal has, she has her one-on-one online training questionnaire that will guide you to say, like, okay, where you are in your process to get started. And I know, and I'm going to be very transparent. I tell Krystal all the time, girl, if you were closer, I would do you. Now she's online, so I have no excuse.
Online, girl. Anywhere. Listen, I got clients all over this right now.
So after I get cleared from my doctor, okay, my butt is going to be right in this one-on-one with Krystal. Okay, because this baby weight got to come off. And it's our last child, so I'm done with all of that.
And again, a lot of women think that, they can't get their bodies back post-pregnancy. And it's like, you can, with the proper nutrition and a good training routine. And of course, consistency. I mean, it's a journey. It's definitely a journey. It's beyond the physical. It's a mental journey. It's a mental process. You have to learn how to manage your time. You have to learn how to manage your expectations, manage your behaviors, manage the household. It's just it's a lot. But it can be done, and that's why I only specifically work with women, because I've been there and I've been through that process, and I understand what you may be feeling, and I understand where you are in your journey, because 9 times out of 10 I've been there. Like I started at 240 pounds, and I didn't have any exercise history, and I was never an athlete, and I just kind of figured it out, and I made a lot of mistakes, and I can better advise you because I made those mistakes, So, if you're interested in training, I'm not doing in person at this time because of COVID, but I do one-on-one online training, which means that I specifically look at your goals, and I will build you a customized fitness and nutrition plan based around around your goals. And then I'm here for accountability is huge. So I'm not that type of coach that will give you a plan and not know if it's done. I'm on top of it. Like I'm very, aware of what's going on. I stay in contact. There's no way that I will not be here to guide you through it unless you just disengage. But accountability goes a very long way. So
yes,
for that.
In the chat, the chat box is definitely saying she's gonna kill you.
Who said that? I in the chat box for some reason.
Colin says she is going to kill you.
Colin did to my boot camps. Colin, but did you die?
But she looks good though. Colin looks good, okay? She looks good. So but definitely the biggest thing is accountability. I can't speak for everyone, but I know the journey of trying to lose weight. It's like I just need that person to keep me accountable, because it's just like, in the event planning when I'm like, hey, you had homework to do, or my brand management for my clients who I'm helping with brand management, you had homework to do, and you didn't do it. Actually, I just had this conversation last night. I said, listen, I want you to grow. I want you to bring income in. You bring income in, that makes my soul happy. Yeah. So accountability is so big, especially in fitness. So it's awesome that you do that. Yeah. It's awesome that you work with women and have them and able for them to understand, hey, being a mom is tough, and adding this routine and the kids are not on a special nutrition plan. They still want Rice Krispie treats. Yeah.
It's definitely a battle when a household is in a completely different nutrition regimen than you are. That was a big change, that made it a lot easier for me once I got my husband on board. And I've fed my kids the way that I eat, so now they're used to it. Caden monitors everything I eat, like he's the freaking food police. He's like, mommy, that has too much sugar. Mommy, you eating pizza? Mommy, I'm like, okay, because he saw it. I mean, he saw how I will stay committed to my meal plan. They'll either eat spaghetti or whatever, and I'll have my food already in a Tupperware. So he's seen that. So it's so funny because now that he's older, when I want to dibble and dabble and some of his stuff, he checks me. My 8-year-old checks me. I'm like,
yes.
So that's important though. That accountability goes a long way.
It does. Well, Krystal, I want to thank you so much for joining me this Wednesday.
That was nice. Thank you.
Yes. And I'm just looking at my other chat. People saying, yes, Krystal is a beast. She does it. So yes, definitely. Krystal's social media is down below. If you see on the banner, please follow my girl. Please follow her, because I've just seen her Instagram blow up overnight. And it's not only that, it's just inspiration. Like, we need to be inspired by others. Yeah. If you're ready for that fitness journey, and even if you're not ready, kind of contemplating, you need to contact Krystal. She can get you from contemplating to implementation.
All right. So,
okay.
And real quick, I know we're getting off in regards to that was a big transition in my fitness career as well. Like, I'm a certified behavior change coach. So what that means is that, right, you may be in the contemplation stage. You're not quite sure if this is for you. You think you want to do it, but you're still in that stage where you're trying to weigh in the benefits, the pros and the cons. As a behavior change specialist and coach, my job is to get you from contemplation into action. All right. And when you're in action, then get you to maintenance. So you went from this person who, not quite sure, it's good to work out and eat healthy. There are benefits, but you just don't know how to get yourself there, and you don't know what you need to get there. So what I do is I get my clients from point A, we're right there, which a lot of people are. And that's why I love working with people who are in that stage, because I get a chance to educate them on, the benefits of exercise and eating healthy, and how it transforms you, not just physically, but how it mentally transforms you. And to Z, which is the person who is in maintenance phase. You know, they got their routine together. They don't need me as much. They can hold themselves accountable. They have like that intrinsic internal motivation to just get it done. And they may be even now at the point where they're telling their girlfriends or their friends on how to eat healthier and how to, you know, adopt this healthy lifestyle. So that's a night and day person. But that's my job as a fitness specialist, a fitness coach, and a behavior change specialist, is to get you from here to this person who is thriving. You know, and I love it. And a lot of my clients have been very successful, and it is very rewarding for me to see that change. Like I couldn't have been doing anything else in this life. I know
that feeling. I totally know that
feeling.
Right.
You just, when you get that feeling like, wow, this is for me. I'm so thankful to have found that, because like I said, fitness wasn't part of my life until after I had my son in 2012. I wasn't an athlete. I didn't see this in my household, so I didn't quite know what I was good at and what, you know, I would really love to do. And so I feel like it found me. Like, I feel like this career and fitness and wellness, it found me. And this is definitely a passion. So if you are in need of a coach and someone to really get you started and carry you through the process and to the point where you are thriving on your own, call me.
Yes.
I'll help you out. Email,
text, DM.
I have this questionnaire link. It asks you a series of questions, and you'll have the opportunity to set up a consultation call with me after you fill out the questionnaire.
Perfect. Again, Krystal, thank you so much for joining me this evening. It's been an honor. And you guys, next week, if I have not delivered yet, I know I said that last week, but you never know. We're getting closer. We will be talking about the favorite business apps for moms.
Oh,
business and mom apps. So definitely join us next week. If I haven't delivered or I'm not currently in labor at that moment, we'll let you know. So thank you guys for joining Mommypreneur Wednesdays, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye. Thanks, guys.